I'm going to receive the finished product. So I'm in the same screen in RF. Let me click on F7. So since we are receiving, I need to click on inbound process. Click on receiving of handling units. Select the last option, receive handling unit by manufacturing order. Select the fourth option, receive HU by order. I have already created the work center. So the work center we need to give here, PRWC, hit enter. Give the manufacturing order. Hit enter. Now you are in the work center. Scan the finished product. Hit enter. Now we are going to create the HU on the fly. Okay. So click on F2. Change packaging material. Give the HU type. Enter the packaging material. Hit enter. Click on adopt. Now I am going to warehouse monitor. Before I receive it or create the inbound delivery, my document type is INBM, and I'll give some selection criteria. Created on is today. Hit execute. We have only one document now. Now let me hit enter. Click on enter. Click on F4, HU create. Done. Now if I go here and refresh, I can see a new document is created. So the new document created is 116 and the document type is INBM. If I open this document, this was created internally in the EWM system. That is why the manually is Y. Y meaning generated manually with the predecessor. In our case, the predecessor was manufacturing order. And in the item level, we can see the finished product WH01 FERT02. Packing status is already completed because we have created the handling unit. And you can see the reference document here for which manufacturing order this inbound delivery was created. This is the link. Okay. Since the goods receipt is already done into your work center, it doesn't make any sense that the inbound delivery, you need to open this inbound delivery and perform the goods receipt manually from this document. Ideally, in the real time, we actually automate this process of performing this goods receipt automatically when the document is created. And after that, we can also automate the put away task creation. So these two we can actually achieve by using the PPF actions. By using the PPF actions for the selection criteria, we can automate these two steps. But for now, I am doing this goods receipt step manually. Once the goods receipt is clicked, you can see the message is sent to ERP to post the stock. Now let me open this document again. Now it is successfully sent to the ERP system. If I go back and open this manufacturing order again, you can see the delivery quantity is now 1. We have created the document to manufacture 1 each, and since the receiving is done, you can see the delivered quantity is also 1 now. Also, if you want to check the documents, click on go to and select documented goods movement. Here you can see 101 movement type for the finished good. Okay, so if I click on components, can also validate over here quantity withdrawn 1 and 2, and the actual quantity requirement quantity is also 1 and 2. So the consumption is done and the receiving also done. So here, since we are in display mode, I'll go back. If I want to end the production, I'll open this manufacturing order in change mode, and I'll open my manufacturing order over here as well. Hit execute. As you can see, the completion status is not started and production status is released. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll click on functions, click on restrict processing, and click on complete technically. Okay, as you can see, the status techo is posted here. Now I'll click on save. Okay, now if I click on change mode and see, it is techo, which is technically completed. Now let me refresh this screen again. Earlier it was not started and released. Now let me refresh. You can see the production status is now technically completed. And if I click on material request items, you can see the production status in the item level is also technically completed, and the staging status is also completed. So this is about the single order staging. Next topic is cross order staging. I'll show you the config related to the cross order staging. Okay, go to SCWM PSA stage. Okay, so I have already maintained these two entries to test the cross order staging, but let me explain you the configuration for it. So in the SCWM PSA stage transaction, you need to maintain the same entries, similar entries which you have maintained for the single order staging components, which are warehouse number under warehouse number, enter your party entitled dispose, give your supply chain or the supply area ESA, give your component, select the PSA bin, and select cross order staging. Okay, over here also, since we have not implemented the baddie, I am selecting option 2, which is quantity based calculation, and here I am giving the same entries, which is replenishment quantity as 5 and minimum production quantity PSA is 2. Give the unit of measure, and here there is a small change. The staging WT is changed to P401. Okay, because if you use 2100, system won't allow you to perform the staging task. Since this is a cross order staging, you are trying to indirectly replenish the stock. In that case, you need to maintain the WPT, which has the different warehouse process type category. Let me open this WPT P401. Sorry. In cross process setting under WPT, here the warehouse process category should be 7. Posting change, or you can also use 3. Anything is fine, and rest is all black except this posting change in the pin. Okay, but whereas if you check 2100, I go up little bit. So this is the WPT which we used for single order staging, which is stock removal, warehouse process category. So this is the change. And for P401, we also need to check whether the determination is in place or not. Determine WPT WH17. Give my document type as PMR. Hit execute. Here in PMR you have two item types, right? One is for cross order staging, one is for single order staging. Okay, so for cross order staging, my process type is CROS. Okay, so this CROS is determined in the PMR document in the item level. Okay, if I open the CROS, you see warehouse process category is internal warehouse movement and activity is replenishment. So this is the WPT which is going to be determined in the PMR in the item level. Okay, CROS is there and P301 is also there. Now you need to check the strategies as well for the WPT. So in that case, go to determine storage type search sequence, give your warehouse number. For P401, the sequence which I am following is again same, PICK. In PICK you have rack storage type assigned. So system is going to check the stock in rack storage type with the help of this entry. Okay. Now I go to easy access, or let me go to implementation guide again and show you other configurations. Under interface, ERP integration, production, document type is always PMR. Item type, here you need to make sure the item type is mapped correctly. So if your item type CMP, anyways in the manufacturing order, the item type for the single order staging or cross order staging for the components, the item type will be the same, which is item category will be the same, CMP. But in EWM we need to map accordingly, because we follow each individual strategy for each staging method. So that is why here we need to differentiate correctly. Okay, so since there is no differentiation in S4, we need to differentiate by using the product group. Okay, so here in this T code or in this node, you need to differentiate by using the product group. For cross order staging, I have maintained the product group and assign over here. Okay, when your manufacturing order is released for WM staging, system will come here and check, this is my item category, this is my order type. So if my warehouse is WH17 and in my product or in the product master, if my product group is maintained as cross order, then system will determine this document type and this item type. Where this cross order is maintained, it is in SAP APO MAT1. Okay, so here I'll give my components, select global data, click on display. In property 2, here you need to maintain the product group type, select your product group, single order. Here I need to make few changes. Since we are going to test for cross order staging, let me click on change, select. Select cross order, click on back, change, cross order, save. For component 3 and 4, it is cross order staging now. Let me again validate in SCWM PSA stage. whether my entries are correct or not. For 3 and 4, the staging method is cross order staging. Okay. Now let me create the production order again. FERT3. Give my production plant as P001. Give the order type. Hit enter. Give quantity which needs to be manufactured is 1. Select scheduling type as current date. Hit enter. Guess the warning message. In the assignment, give the profit center. Hit enter. Validate your components. Component 3 and 4. Based on my BOM quantity, the requirement quantity is determined. Good. I'll click on release. I'll perform staging. Simulation. No errors. Now let me execute the staging. Staging was executed successfully. Click on save. This is my order. Let me close the remaining tabs. This time I'll display the manufacturing order in monitor. It is under outbound. Select PMR. Give the manufacturing order. Hit execute. So this is the PMR document 117. Okay. So in the item level, we can see item type is correctly determined, which is PCCO, component cross order parts. If I little bit scroll to my right, I can see the staging method determined is 2. 2 is cross order staging again. And let us check if we can also see the WPT. No, let me open this order. As you can see, the WPT is CROS, cross order staging, for both the items. For component 4, it is CROS. For component 3, it is CROS. Okay. So this cross order staging is nothing but with reference to any manufacturing order, you can consume those components which are relevant for cross order staging. In single order staging, when you perform the staging, those components will have the manufacturing order reference. So you can consume those parts only with those manufacturing orders in the case of single order staging. But in case of cross order staging, when you perform the staging, for example, there are 10 components or 10 eaches of that component, and if you have 4 or 5 orders, so you will be able to satisfy those 4 or 5 orders with those components which are relevant for the cross order staging, because those components don't have any manufacturing order reference. It is open to satisfy all the other manufacturing orders. Okay, so that is the functionality of cross order staging. Now first let me check if there are any components already lying in the PSA for these components. Stock and bin, physical stock, give my product. You see, there are already some quantity lying in PSA. So what I'll do is, let me move this stock to the other bin and then try to perform the staging. Now in this case, if I try to stage, then system won't allow me to perform the staging, because the quantity is already fulfilled in the PSA. Based on the quantity calculation, it won't allow. System says there is no quantity required to stage, because there are already 5 eaches over here. Now let me move these components to the other bins and then try to stage. I'll confirm at the same time. Now there is no stock in PSA. Let me try to perform the staging now. I'll enter my manufacturing order, give the period and date in the future, select the test mode, click on execute. You can see in the message, you can see 2 warehouse tasks were created. Okay, so if I go to monitor, in outbound, give your manufacturing order, hit execute. In the item level, so the tasks are created. Now let me confirm the staging warehouse tasks. So these 2 are the tasks. Okay, let me confirm the warehouse task in the background. Warehouse task is confirmed. Now if I check the stock, in PSA bin I have component 3 and 4. Okay, if I go here and check if I have any stock reference, you see there is no document reference, because this is cross order staging components, whereas these entries are related to single order staging. These components can only be consumed with their respective PMRs, but not the other PMRs, whereas these cross order staging components can be satisfied with other manufacturing orders as well. That is the difference. Okay, so the stock is now ready in the PSA for the consumption. Now the process is again same. I'll go to RF again, select outbound process, select consumption by manufacturing order, enter the manufacturing order, hit enter, give the PSA bin, enter the product which needs to be consumed. I'll directly copy from here, give the quantity, enter the PSA bin again, enter the product and quantity. That's it. Consumption is done. How we can check whether the consumption is done or not? Give the manufacturing order, hit execute, click on material request items. Here you can see goods issue is completed. Okay, click on consumption. You can see the details, the warehouse task details for component 3 and component 4. Let me open the manufacturing order. Hit enter. Go to documented goods movement. You see material document is created. Now the same process to receive the stock. Go to RFUI. Select inbound process. Receiving of handling units. Receive HU by manufacturing order. Receive HU by order. Enter the manufacturing order number. Hit enter. Scan the finished product. Hit enter. Click on change packaging material. Give the HU type. Give the packaging material. Hit enter. Click on adopt. Click on HU create. Done. Now the inbound delivery is created. Look for the inbound delivery which are created today. Execute. 118 is our new inbound delivery. Click on 118. I'll manually click on goods receipt. Goods receipt is completed. Check whether this message is sent to S4. Yes. Now let me validate the material document. You can see delivered quantity is 1 and 101 movement is posted. So this is about single order staging and cross order staging. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.